There we go. Ugh, what is happening? The devil is busy today. Lord, give me strength. Sorry, YouTube and IG. Having some technical difficulties. You're kidding me. Now let me try something. Because see, they like to be petty. Let me see something. I've been fighting this thing. What time is it? For 26 minutes. Let's see if this works. I appreciate y'all bearing with me. Nope, that still ain't working. Facebook may just have to miss out on this live because I don't know what else to do. It's weird. Try one more time. And if not, we just have to keep it pushing, y'all. I have no clue why it's doing this. We might be okay. I think we got it. Now, see, last week, y'all getting the real. That's the thing about these live videos. When I go live, it's not edited. It's happening in real time. This is real life situations. Okay. Let me get you guys full screen. All right. So we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we are on IG. All right. Since we were having a little technical difficulties, we gotta get our head right. Hey, classy family, how's everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna wait for y'all to jump in. I know I'm late. I'm so sorry, as y'all got to see technical difficulties. Okay, but I fought. I figured it out. I'm here. Hi, everybody. Hi. Let's see who's on here. Hi. Y'all coming on? Y'all come on in. I know it's Wednesday night and our favorite shows are on. I promise not to make this live long because I want to go watch my shows and I need to have dinner. I haven't even eaten yet. So good. While you at it, tag somebody in this live. Okay. Bring them on in. Bring them on in. Since I am running behind today, again, I do apologize. I am going to jump right on in. So go ahead and tag somebody in this live that needs to hear it or could hear that needs to hear this or could use this information. Hi, Ella. Hi. I be getting it mixed up. I think this is Facebook, this is IG and YouTube. Hi, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Shout out to everybody. Ella, where are you watching from? Where are you tuning in from? I want to know where you guys are tuning in from. Comment down below where you guys are watching from. And also tag a friend and share this live. Go ahead right now, tag a friend and share it. This live is going to clear up a lot of confusion. Okay. Going to clear up a lot of confusion. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Like I said, I know we're running behind and I don't want this live to be super long. Okay. Hi. So you guys jumping in. For those who tune in late, I will leave this live up so you're able to go back and watch it, learn, and you still can tag a friend in it and you still can share it. Okay. Hi, everybody. Okay. So first of all, your credit score is a result, not a reason. Let me say that again. Your credit score is a result, not a reason. Your credit score represents credit worthiness and risk. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Your credit score represents credit worthiness, meaning how much credit you're worthy of having. If you're worthy of having a $500 limit, or if you're worthy of having a $150,000 limit. That's credit worthiness. Risk means, are you considered a high risk to approve, or are you not a high risk to approve? That is what your credit score represents, nothing else. Okay. There are 5 things that make up your credit score, I'll say. Okay. Those 5 things, the very first thing and the thing that affects your credit or makes up your credit the most is payment history. Whether or not you pay your bills on time makes up 35% of your credit score. Start doing the math. Your payment history makes up 35% of your credit score. The next highest thing that makes up your credit score is your credit utilization. When you have a credit card, if you are using 30% or more of your utilization, it hurts your credit score. That makes up 30%. Next, you have length of credit. That makes up 15%. Length of credit meaning the older the card is or the longer you've had that account, the better. Okay. New accounts that you just opened this year or last year really don't boost your credit score as much as an account you've had for 5 years or longer. Okay. That makes up 15%. The next thing is mix of credit. This is so underrated. A lot of people don't know this. Mix of credit makes up 10% of your credit score. Mix of credit means you should have revolving and installment accounts. A revolving account is a credit card. It's never ending. It always revolves. And installment is something like a car payment. Okay. That makes up 10%. The very next thing is new credit. New credit makes up 10% of your credit score. So these are the 5 things you should know and take into consideration when you are wanting to get a 700, 800 credit score. Again, those 5 things: payment history, credit utilization, length of credit, mix of credit, okay, new credit. Those are your 5 things: payment history, credit utilization, length of credit, mix of credit, new credit. Those are your 5 things. 35%, 30%, 15%, 10%, and then 10%. That is what makes up, that is what they judge when looking at your credit score. So those are the 5 things you need to focus on, and you will have perfect credit. If you ace all 5 of those, you'll be at an 850. Easy. Okay. Could you go in more detail on credit history of good faith on buying limits, years, month, length of history? Is it Munde? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm gonna just call you Ella. What do you mean, Ella? What do you mean when you say good faith on buying limits? What do you mean by good faith? While I wait for her to explain, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Give us some time to text what she means. Um, Make sure we don't got no comments on this platform. Okay. So to break down what I just said, imagine your credit score like a financial GPA. We all went to school, we all had a GPA, right? Think of your credit score like a financial GPA. It reflects how you've handled money over time, not how much money you make. That's the difference. There, a lot of people think the more money you make, the better your credit score will be. That's not true. Your credit score is your financial GPA, and it reflects how you've handled money over time. That's how you generate that GPA or that score, not based off of how much money you make. Okay. Next, I'm going to give 5. I'm going to give you 5 credit myths that keep people broke. Okay, I said it. These are the 5 myths that keep you broke. Myth 1. I'll say paying off collections deletes them off your credit report. God dog it. Y'all stop paying collection accounts. Paying a collection account will not remove it from your credit report. That's a myth. It won't do it. You'll pay that collection account, and that collection account will stay on your credit report. Stop letting them lie to you saying, oh yeah, if you pay this, we'll remove it. It's a lie. Only thing that's going to change is they're going to slap the word paid in front of your collection. So if it's a collection from Verizon, it'll say Verizon collection account. That's what it says right now. Verizon collection account. The moment you pay, that collection account is going to say Verizon paid collection account. The amount of money that you're spending to remove the collection account, you might as well just spend that money to get your credit repaired and have the account deleted. Paying it will not delete it. Stop paying collection accounts. Another myth is closing old credit cards will boost your score. No, it actually does the opposite. You have this credit card. It was your very first credit card when you was old enough to get credit. They gave you a little $200, $300 limit. You never really used the card. So you decide, oh, I'm going to just close it because I don't use it. No, don't do that. That's the worst thing you could do. By closing that account, your credit score is going to drop drastically. Remember, the 5 important things that make up your credit score was age, history. So even though you don't use that card or the limit isn't that high, how old that card is, the age of that card is helping your credit score. Do not delete it. You better off just cutting up the card and never using it. Let it stay. Okay? Don't delete it. Myth number 3, checking your score lowers it. I don't know who came up with that. That's a lie. Checking your credit score will not drop your credit score. Running your credit score, meaning applying for credit, that lowers your credit score. But you absolutely can check your credit score and it will not lower your credit score. That is not true, guys. Number 4, you need to be debt free to have good credit. That is a big lie. Huge lie. You do not need to be debt free in order to have good credit. Actually, people who have good credit have a lot of debt. Okay. It's impossible to be a millionaire with perfect credit and not have debt. It is impossible to be a good business owner and not have debt. That is not true. And lastly, number 5, you can only fix your credit through a lawyer. I don't know who told y'all that. I am not a lawyer and I slay credit. Okay. You do not have to get, lawyers don't even fix credit. So I don't even know where that came from. I did a poll and that was one of the myths that, or one of the things that people thought. It's a myth. So those are the top, sorry guys, those are the top 5 credit myths that are keeping people broke. That is not true. That is not accurate. Okay, Ella said length of, sorry, it kicked me off. Length to pay off credit history, would that affect your future credit limit? Length to pay off credit history, would that affect your future credit limit? I'm going to say no, Ella, because I'm not understanding your question. It's not making sense to me. So I'm going to say no. Length to pay off your credit history? You mean your credit limit? The amount of time that it takes you to pay off your credit card debt. If it takes you a long time to pay off your credit card debt, will that affect your, like, you getting a higher credit limit in the future? Is that what you're trying to ask me? I want to make sure I understand what you're asking. Hi guys. I see you guys tuning in. Yeah, I think that's what you're asking, Ella. Like if you have, for example, a credit card and you have a balance on it. Okay, yes. So it won't affect your future credit limit. But you want to be careful with that, because if it takes you a long time, no, I'm gonna keep it simple. I don't want to confuse you by getting like into like the expertise of it. Just keeping it intro level, beginner friendly. No, long as you are making at least the minimum payment by the due date, you'll be fine. Okay. You actually should pay a little more than the limit. I don't care if it's $5 more. If your credit card payment is $50, pay $55. And you want to pay it, by the due date, but really you want to pay it by the statement date. The statement date is way more important than the due date. The statement date is when you get your bill and it says statement date is from June 30th to July 24th. That's the date. You want to make sure you pay the card off before the July 24th. By paying your card off before the statement date, not the due date, that means that by the time they generate and process the statement for that month, it's going to show that you don't have a balance. And that will make your credit score shoot up like drastically. So I always try to pay my credit cards by the statement date, not the due date, because the due date is after the statement date. So that statement date already done came and went, and they already created your statement. And when you pay by the due date, is already affecting your credit. The statement date is way more important. Did that answer your question, Ella? Okay. So we just finished up the credit myths. If you believed any of the 5 myths that I just gave you, comment myth. That way I'll know if those were good, if those 5 were good myths to use for examples or to give you guys. If you believed one of those before, one of those myths, if you believe one of those myths before, comment myth. And if you did, it's okay. We were all misinformed once, okay? Next, I'm going to tell you how to start fixing your credit tonight. We're not waiting. It doesn't take long to fix your credit. Step 1 is you need to pull all 3 reports, okay? Personally, I love using Experian.com. I go to Experian.com, sign up, create an account, and I get their premium account. It's like $20 something a month. Not a lot. You waste more than $20 a month. It's like $20 something a month, and it shows you all 3 credit bureaus. You'll see Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion all in one place. Another one that you can use. It's free. But you only get to pull your report once a year. With this one is annualcreditreport.com. Annualcreditreport.com. It's free. No credit card is needed, and it's just facts, right? But you get it annually, meaning you can only pull it once a year, versus Experian.com. Every month you get to pull it and check it and monitor it. Okay, choice is yours. I gave you two options, but the first step is you got to pull all three reports. We got to see what's on your credit report. I guarantee you there is something on your credit report that you had absolutely no clue was on there. At least 80% of people have errors on their credit report, whether their name is spelled wrong, the date of birth is wrong, the address is wrong. At least 80% of individuals have accounts or information on their credit report that is inaccurate. It is completely wrong. So you really should be checking your credit every month, just to be honest. So once you pull your credit report, step 3 is to identify negative accounts, inaccurate accounts, or duplicate accounts. That's another thing. It is illegal for a creditor or for the credit bureaus to have duplicate accounts on your credit report. That is actually illegal. Not nothing I made up. That's the law. Duplicate accounts is illegal. Identifying negative accounts. Negative accounts consist of charge-off accounts, collection accounts, repossessions, evictions, foreclosures, bankruptcies, liens. All of those are considered negative. Late payments, inquiries, all of those are considered negative accounts. So you want to identify all of those negative accounts, anything that's inaccurate. One thing I've been noticing they've been doing lately, and they think they slick. So many different clients, I noticed this on their credit reports, is the balance for credit cards it is incorrect. And it always says that you owe more than you actually owe. Like you'll make the payment and they don't report it right away. So days, weeks go by where that money has already been taken out of your bank account. They've already processed your payment, but they didn't update it on your credit report. So it looks like you owe more than you really owe, and it's putting your utilization over the 30%, which is making your score go down. So check everything for accuracy. You need to be checking the date that the account was open. You need to be checking the balance. You need to be checking everything. If the account is closed, the date that it closed, check everything for accuracy. You need to make sure your name is spelled right. Even one letter that's incorrect needs to be fixed. Your date of birth, your social. Another big one, addresses. A lot of y'all credit report got your old address, and that is killing you. That's the reason why when you fill out applications for credit cards or funding, you're getting denied, because on the application, you're putting your current address and it's not matching your credit report because the credit report got an address you lived at 10 years ago. So it got to be 100% accurate. Cross every T, dot every I. Okay. The third thing is you got to start disputing. If you see any of those things that I just told you about, you have to dispute it. You can do it manually or with help. And if you're needing help, you already know to contact me. We'll dispute it, get it done. Okay. If you need help disputing it, this is where tools like my credit repair checklist come in. If you follow me on social media, which you all should, because that's where I post, that's where you're going to get the most up-to-date information on sales, deals, what's going on, what's changed, all of that, to keep you guys in a loop with everything wealth. So if you're not following me, go ahead and follow me. But with my online membership, I just did a rebrand. I made it super easy. It's like dummy proof easy for you to build wealth. It's too much on me personally to be doing everything. I am answering y'all phone calls. I am responding to y'all emails. I am fixing your credit. I am being your business coach, doing coaching. I am getting you funding. It is too much. I am one person. Okay. So what I did was I created templates. I created guides. I gave you guys the letters, everything inside my membership. You join my membership and everything you need is there. You just plug in your information, send it off to the credit bureau. You fixing your own credit. You removing your own late payments. You removing your own inquiries. You building your own business credit. And you can go and get your own business funding. I just said, here's the information. Do it yourself. Like, so if you are needing help, it is already there for you. The moment you join my membership, you instantly, it's like a vault. You'll see all the different templates on what you need. Just click on the template you need and instantly it's downloaded. Fill it out tonight, drop it off in the mailbox tomorrow. Like, it's already there waiting for you type of templates. Okay. So tap in with that as well. That I've been posting on my stories and on my page. So if you go to my stories or my page and you click on that link that's in my stories or that's posted to my page, it'll take that link will take you directly to my membership and you can go ahead and join and get started on what it is you're needing. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi. If for whatever reason you guys can't find the link, just comment link and I will send it to you. You should see it, but for whatever reason I see someone commented they can't find it. So if that's the case, just comment link and I will go ahead and I'll drop the link to you guys. Any more questions? Sorry, y'all. Yes, I have a dog. Told y'all these lives are live, unfiltered. Okay. Louis, any more questions? No? Okay, guys. So just to recap, we have covered understanding what your credit score really means. So we did the breakdown of credit scores. Remember, your credit score is made up of 5 things. If you focus on these 5 things, you will have an 850 credit score, hands down, easy. Okay? Y'all gonna be taking these trips with me. You know, like these 5 things. Remember, payment history, credit utilization, length of credit, mix of credit, and new credit. You got all 5 of them, you're good. Okay. We also covered, we debunked 5 credit myths that are keeping you broke. So those 5 myths are not true. Again, the 5 myths: paying off collection accounts removes it from your credit report. That's not true. Closing old credit cards will boost your score. That's not true. Checking your score lowers it. That's not true. You need to be debt-free in order to have good credit. Absolutely not true. And you can only fix your credit through a lawyer. Not true. Okay. We also gave you 3 steps on how to start fixing your credit today. Okay. Those 3 things is you need to pull your credit report. Again, the 2 websites. One website is free, but you can only pull your credit once a year. That is annualcreditreport.com. Annualcreditreport.com is free. You do not need a credit card, but once you pull your credit report, that's it for the next 12 months. Versus my personal favorite is Experian.com. You sign up, create an account with Experian.com. It is free to create an account. However, the account you need is their premium account. I believe it's called Premium Works. With that account, you pay $20 a month, and it shows you all 3 credit bureaus, and it renews or updates every 30 days. Every 30 days, you're going to get your new credit report, new credit scores, new credit accounts. Every 30 days is updated. Okay. That's my personal favorite. Again, y'all blow $20 a month on foolishness. You could pay $20 a month to monitor your credit report. So yeah, those are the 3 things we covered. Anybody have questions? Ella, you said I answered your question. Great. Anything else before we wrap up? If this helped you tonight, imagine what we can do together in 30 days. I just want to say that. If you actually learned something on this live, imagine what you will learn and what we can do in the next 30 days. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Okay. Again, I want to invite you guys to join my membership. My membership includes templates for repairing your own credit, removing late payments, inquiries, how to properly set up or start your business, making sure it's set up, from registering your LLC to getting your EIN number, to getting business credit. I help you start. It's like templates on how to build business credit. I got templates and like checklists and guidebooks on how to get funding. So now you can go to the bank and get funding for yourself. You don't have to wait on nobody to do it. You can do it yourself. I'm doing business coaching in there. So once all members get business coaching, I'm in there on that platform coaching you guys, answering your questions. You get me one-on-one. Okay. You also get investment opportunities. So I don't publicly announce all of my investments that I do or have. But a lot of my clients get access to those investments. So one of the things you guys do know about are my Airbnbs. So by being a part of my membership, you get dibs on that. So like, let's say the next Airbnb that I'll be opening, I'll go to my membership and say, hey guys, any one of you guys want to be an Airbnb owner? And I let you come in as a partner, and now you have an Airbnb. That's an extra stream of income that you get to make. So you get investment opportunities, real estate, getting houses, investing into the houses, flipping it and selling it or renting it out, things like that. So there are other investments that I haven't put out there and I won't, but once you're in the membership, you'll know. So many other things in the membership. But yeah, it's a membership exclusively. Those are the things that I offer that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah. So you guys be wanting to message me on Facebook or IG, try to call me, email me, asking me questions, and I tell you, book a consultation. If you don't want to book a consultation, join my membership. My membership, you get access to me. You get one-on-one bookings. Just giving you guys another option. Yeah, I'm going to take 2 or 3 questions before I log off. So go ahead and drop your questions. Any questions? Nope, I answered all y'all questions. Ella was the only one with a question. All right. Listen, I'm always going to ask. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you just so happen to watch this live after it has ended, thank you for taking the time to sit and watch my live, my replay. I really hope that you guys learned something new today. That's my biggest thing. I want to educate you guys on a lot. Again, I have made a commitment to tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. to do lives just like this. Each week, it will be a new topic, meaning each week I will be educating you guys and giving you guys different tools. Yeah, that's my way of checking in. Follow me on IG. I S. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you back here next week at the same time. Love you guys. Bye.